How would you like to never have to worry about having keys on you again? Come up to your door, just go ahead, put your thumbprint on there, boom, you're in your house. Or maybe you're like me and you have kids and you don't want them to have keys to the house because you don't want them to lose them. All you have to do is give them their thumbprint and boom, they're in the house, just like that. Whether your wife, you, or your kids, you also have a pin pad, you can click on the pin pad. And not to mention, you have an app on your phone. Boom, I'm in my house. SMONET, SMONET, SMONET. It just runs off your tongue, don't it? SMONET. Okay, so what I have here is the SMONET Smart Door Lock. This is also iHome compatible for all you iPhone fans out there. I don't have an I have an iPhone that I'm gonna actually see if I can do anything with, but we're gonna go ahead and see. I don't wear the watch or nothing, but you can actually unlock this even with your Apple Watch, which is really cool. I wonder if it can work with my Android watch. We're gonna find out. So this one here stores up to 50 fingerprints. 50 of them. One-touch lock, IP54 water resistant, anti-spy, pin entry, backup power port, and of course, easy installation on all these boxes. I tried to put it in all my videos. Timestamps will be right here down below, so go ahead and click around. You have the unboxing, intro, everything else, the app. So if you want to skip around, you can skip around right down here. So SMONET did send this out to me, but it is my thoughts and my thoughts alone. I'm only here for honest reviews and if this is worth it. I'm actually trying to build a complete smart home all around. And actually in there right now, I actually have an AI agent working for me in my office. And what I'm gonna try to do is I'm gonna create an actual home assistant and see, once that's built, I'm gonna see what all these devices can connect to the home assistant and run that. So we're not worried about running on cloud-based like Alexa, Google, Siri, stuff like that. I want to do everything local right here in my own home. If the internet gets shut down, I still want to be able to control everything. That's one of the drawbacks about using a lot of these smart home devices is if you lose internet, you can't control them no more because it's all synced to the cloud, and I'm tired with that. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. SMONET actually sent me another product that's going to be in a different video. And to give you a little sneak peek, it is this right here. It is a dual camera setup that are solar panel, but check it out. There's actually a hub right here. So you're gonna connect this to a hub and it's all local. Local's the best way to do all this, but look, no wires hanging around. This is their 2-camera kit. They also have a 4-camera kit as well. I'm not sure if they have a single, but we'll find out once I get into the review of this. So if you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. Okay, like I said, it is called SMONET. Again, it is Apple Home certified. Tap to unlock with iPhone or Apple Watch. Secured by SMONET Smart Lock. Okay, some of the product details real quick. The model's AH1 battery, 8 AAAs included. 8 of them, man, that's a lot. USB backup power interface, 5 volt. Material, aluminum alloyed. In the package, we get the smart lock, the user manual, fob cards, and bolt and strike plates with screws and all the accessories. So the packaging is real nice thick cardboard. So hopefully they don't just take pride in their packaging and they take pride in their product as well. Okay, you do get your instruction guide. This is what the inside of the house will look like. So you're gonna tap right here to lock or unlock, or you can go ahead and manually lock it as well. A nice seal on here, and I like to see that there are thick seals, not thin seals. So here is for our 8 AA batteries. It would have been nice to see a battery pack. Tell you what, these do have a little bit of weight, but here is the front of the door. So again, you will have a key on here too. Hit the key. You have your tap phone, your fingerprint. Nothing moves. You got your keypad. On the back side, we got our connection cable right here. And of course, to install this, there is a double-sided sticky right here. That way it helps hold the top part up as the bottom. And again, a nice gasket on here as well, nice and thick. So it is nice that they do include the 8 batteries that is needed. That is nice to see. But again, I think that in a rechargeable battery pack would have been really nice to see in there. You get all your hardware. You get your fobs right here. Here's your unlock fobs. You get your set of keys, and of course you get your door strike and the deadbolt right here. Okay, also that come in the kit was actually their door handle as well. This is going to be the door handle at the bottom. So my smart lock goes up top, and then of course this will be the bottom door handle to actually open up the door from below. I'm going to be taking this off because I don't feel like drilling a hole in my door. I'm going to take this off, and I'm actually going to take this out and put double-sided tape here, and this double-sided tape down at the bottom, and this right here will be my main brace no matter what. So not only is there smart locks for your front door, but there's also locks for like your refrigerator. Maybe you have some little kids running around, or in my case, some grandkids running around. Maybe you're taking care of your parents or grandparents that have dementia or Alzheimer's. No matter if it's the kids, the grandparents, or the parents, we want to keep them all safe. One way that we keep them safe like that is we put locks on our cabinets and stuff like that, but they also have locks for the refrigerator. Get your user manual, get your cards. So this will go on one side of your refrigerator, and then this one will go on the other side. This is where your palm is actually going to go, is right here. USB-C to charge, and you get 2 additional smaller cards. So this lock can be installed either on a single door or, like I have a double door. We can actually install it on the double door as well. Because I'm ready with the little kids, I'm going to install mine closer to the bottom. That way they can't pull it and still get up in the refrigerator. Super easy to install, super easy to use. Not only can you unlock it with the NFC cards, but you can also unlock it with your palm as well. So this can be used on a single refrigerator door or a double, as you see here in my kitchen. So there's also an app you can use. So that means you can use the app, you can use your palm or the card. So the app is super easy to use. For instance, the card. Click on card, go ahead, it comes with 4 of them. You grab a card, you put a name on it, and then you go ahead and you tap it and you program it. So the same thing with the palm vein. Go ahead and click on palm vein, go ahead and hit add and add another person, and you can have multiple people on here. They did provide this refrigerator door lock because they know that I like to do smart home gadgets, and especially ones that's going to keep your family safe, and something like this will keep your family safe, especially your little ones or your elderly parents or grandparents. So I'll leave a link to this Best Kid Mini Fridge Smart Lock down in the description down below. Okay, the first thing we got to do is go ahead and pull off our old. I only started with just the smart lock first, and then I'll go with the handle second. So now I got to pull the deadbolt out of the middle. The reason why we take the deadbolts out is because each one of these, they might all be the same size of going into your door, but where the mechanism goes in the middle can be different depending on what lock you're putting on. Say this side up, so we're going to go ahead and put it in just like that, and then screw it back on and get the door lock on. Okay, now that I have my deadbolt in, I can go ahead and start with the lock. Okay, so there is a piece of double-sided tape. You pull that way it helps secure it a little bit more, but I'm gonna test mine without using that right now. And then go ahead and run this through. Okay, so I have it ran through the door, and now I need to go ahead and bolt it on. We start with the back plate with the gasket. We're gonna go ahead and stick that on the door and put it in our screws. They do give you a couple of sets depending on how thick your door is. Okay, so now that it's on, I'm gonna go ahead and connect the cable. Okay, now that I have the cable plugged in, go ahead and attach it. Okay, so now it's all attached. I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna test it out real quick, and it locks and it opens. The other thing we want to test out is our striker right here where it actually locks, and make sure that this one works. They do give you one that comes in. This might be also different. You might have a smaller one on and you might have to replace this. So I'm just gonna go ahead and test mine out, and it locks just right. Notice right in here, we can watch it lock and unlock. No hiccups, no nothing. Okay, now we want to go ahead and install our batteries. Okay, all the batteries are in, and then we're gonna go ahead and put the cover on it. So now I'm gonna go ahead and test it real quick. I'm gonna hit this button here. Boom, it locked. Hit it again, and it unlocked. Okay, same thing with the door handle. We want to remove everything out of the door handle, including the striker. That way we can go ahead and put the new striker in and get the new handle put on. Okay, now the striker is on, go ahead and run your handle through. So that's where the handle is gonna be at. And now we gotta run this side as well. Besides, it's time for some touch-up paint, which it needs to be touched up big time. I need to redo this door. But here we are, go ahead and close it. And now it looks really, really nice. I like the way that looks. And once again, I did not drill a hole in my door. I'm gonna actually put double-sided tape back here, but right now it's on there. Okay, so I'm gonna go actually learn the lock real quick. I'm gonna read how to actually program it from the device so I can tell you how to program it from the device. And then we're gonna go through the app and see how easy it is to use the app, if the app's any good. And of course, if it works with, for me, for instance, I have Alexa. So we're gonna see if it actually works with Alexa and how easy it is to pair. Okay, so you're gonna download the app called SMONET Security, and I have it downloaded. It's up on one side of the screen. So right here, we have on our first dashboard, before we click on, we got a Wi-Fi indicator and a battery. I don't know if that is live view or not, but all we gotta do is tap it and it brings us open to our dashboard here. Okay, so right now I do have it locked. So if you hold the button, you gotta hold it down. You watch that little wheel and it unlocks. Make sure you hold it down, that way you don't accidentally hit it and it unlocks your door. So you have to hold it completely, that way it locks. But you only have to tap it one time to unlock. Okay, so before I get further into the app, earlier I did say that I had to set everything up from the actual unit, and that is actually incorrect on this unit right here. This one here is everything is through the app. All your setup is through the app. A lot of these locks, normally they have menus that you gotta hit 3, 2, and you go through it and you set things up for it. This one you did not have to. Setting it up to the app was super, super easy. On the inside, in the back where the battery box is, there is a reset button. If you hold it down for about 10 seconds, it'll reset and this literally finds your device that quick. So moving on, we got password management. So you click on that and you go ahead and you have a password. I already have mine in here. So that is for the PIN code. But now I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna hit my PIN code, and I had the green light and it unlocked the door. I'm gonna go ahead and lock it again. Then we got our biometrics. So again, I can click on it and of course it is my biometrics. So when you do set up the biometrics, it does ask you to put your finger on there about 10 times to get that biometrics in there. So now it is locked. So now I can come right now and bloop, now I'm unlocked. So biometrics is working, the keypad is working. Okay, then you have offline password. What offline password is when you have no internet, say something happened and the internet got knocked out, you're just gonna go to the app, you're gonna click on that, and then you're gonna type in that password right there, and it opens it up. So next up on the list is the card management, which is these little fobs. They give you 2 of these fobs in, and all you do when you program it, again, it turns green and it unlocks with the fob. Okay, then you got device sharing. So you can go ahead and share this device, and then of course you got device settings. So in settings, we have things like auto lock. If you want it to auto lock after like 30 seconds, you can turn that on. Audio, notification, dormant switch. So what dormant switch is you go ahead and you can turn that on. So once you turn that on, that means if somebody forces you to use your thumbprint, you can actually set it up where it actually calls somebody else, or let somebody know that you're in distress and somebody's forcing you in your house without your will. And then of course we have our device information, which I'm not going to open that up. That's going to give you all your IP addresses, MAC address, everything like that. And then we have our firmware update. Right now we are currently up to date. Okay, so if we go back to the main page, we can go ahead and click on the little person icon on the right. And now this is where you're going to go ahead and you're going to connect to Alexa or Google. Just go ahead and tap Alexa, and I'm already connected through my skill to Alexa. So Alexa can control this. And then of course for unlock procedures, Alexa requires you to put a 4-digit PIN. So you do that and you get it going. So it's a very, very good looking lock. I really do like the way that it looks. It performs really well. So far I haven't had no problem with it at all. SMONET did a good job by adding in this handle on there and making it a real nice handle at that. And it's hot here in South Texas, man. I just finished mowing the grass. Just got some darkness, but man, the humidity is high. But we're talking about the SMONET, and hopefully I'm saying their name correctly, but it is SMONET, I believe. This lock has a lot of features to it. I'm gonna go with I got 2 negatives. First negative is you gotta have an email address in order to use the app. I think these companies need to allow us to use the app without putting in our email address. That's just me. I wish there was a way around that. I wish some of these companies would give us that option, that maybe certain features we can not get if we don't log in, but if you want just the basic features of the lock itself, then you can do it without your email. I just have a thing with that. I don't think that everything should be email bound. The second negative I have is, of course, the batteries I was talking about. It would have been nice to see an actual battery pack on there, which would have been pretty cool. Even with taking the batteries, let's say, give us 4 where we can do 18650s or something and have it in a rechargeable thing where we can still take out the batteries and change out the batteries. But that would have been nice to see, and not just, 8 AA batteries. But again, most of these are that way. A lot of them don't have battery packs on these smart door locks. I've tested quite a few different smart door locks. Okay, now to my positives. The very first positive I have is there is no going to the keypad and setting everything up. I thought that that's how it's gonna be whenever I first said something in the beginning of the video. Normally that's how you set them up. This one here, you just download the app and you set it all up. The setup feature going through the app is super nice. I like setting it up through the app and not on the pin pad itself. And then right after logging in, you hit that reset button, hold it down for 10 seconds, and boom, it just popped up, it was there. Biometrics, the RFC fobs, the pin pad, everything worked flawlessly of setting it up. It was just super, super easy. I really liked the ease of use. Setting it up to Alexa was super easy. I couldn't find that Apple phone, or else I'll try the Apple, but it does say that it is iHome ready. It's ready for your Apple phone. It's ready to scan with your watch. I really wish, and maybe that they can put this out in a update, or it might be something that I did wrong on my S26 Ultra. The NFC, I tried programming the NFC from my phone. It wouldn't take on my phone. It would be nice just touch my phone up to it and open it up with the NFC, just like the NFC fob. I mean, it's a smart door lock. I really, really like that it comes with a handle as well. That way, most people have like a chrome handle. You put that black lock on there and it's off, you know? It's like, oh, it's a sore thumb kind of being two different colors. But to have a matching set is really nice as well. Again, their camera set, I have their camera set that I'm gonna be doing a review on as well, so don't forget to like and subscribe. I don't just do smart home, I also do other stuff. I have a Pro Yama backpack blower that I'm doing a review on as well. So if you want to check that out, don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm Thomas with Tomology, where I bring you honest reviews. If a company wants to reach out to me to send me a product, I only do honest reviews. That's what I'm here for. I got tired of all the other influencers not giving the 100% honest review, or at least their honest take on it, and let you know the goods and the bad. So once again, Thomas with Tomology. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll catch you in the next one.